Before we jump into today's episode, quick shout out to our sponsor, eBay Live. If you think eBay is just a marketplace, you're missing a whole side of it. eBay Live is where real-time excitement meets rare, exclusive, hard-to-find cards and collectibles. You can watch live auctions, catch exclusive drops, and buy directly from trusted and, quite frankly, the best sellers like myself while it's all happening. It feels like a show, not just shopping, with great hosts, the aforementioned me, creators, and streamers. Plus, everything's backed by eBay's protections and authenticity guarantees. To check it out, download the eBay app, tap the eBay Live button right under the search bar. Make sure you follow, obviously, Sports Cards Nonsense. Let's get back to your show.
Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. I am your boy, Sports Boy. We got Scooby-Dooby-Doo, Solar Ray over here. How the heck are you, buddy?
Doing well.
Yeah?
Coming in after a very interesting weekend. It's just been long.
Yeah.
Long weekend.
Good weekend, bad weekend?
I got a haircut. I'm growing a mullet.
I like your hair. I think it looks really good.
I'm going to get a really curly mullet in the back.
Yeah.
Put some little soul glow back there. A little
soul glow.
A little spritz.
How's the toe doing? I think that's what most people are asking.
I'm going
right
to the
now.
doctor today. That's
They're unbandaging?
We're recording early because I am going to the doctor for my toe. And we're going to get the either I'll keep my toe or lose it permanently.
You're not losing your toe. Even though I do know a guy who cut off his toe mowing lawns back when he was like in his teens or something. He's fine now. Lost a little balance, but he's good. You're fine. If they lose that toe,
I know.
I mean, it's a handsome toe. These things happen when you do cosmetic surgery.
That's right.
This is why you have to be worried.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the one time I was at the bank?
You went to the bank once?
Well, I went to the bank before going to the card show just to get some money out of the ATM.
Okay.
And, there was a guy there in front of me. He was a little disabled.
Okay.
And he was getting money out of the ATM. He looks like he was having trouble.
Cosmetic toe surgery?
Well, I went in there, and I noticed he only had one leg.
Oh.
And so I opened, there's like a door sometimes in the ATM and he was having trouble. So I went ahead and opened the door.
Yeah.
And I said, "Sir, do you need any help?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "No, I'm just checking my balance."
I hate you. I hate you so much. And that is how we start this show today, folks. I feel like it's been a little bit longer. I don't know why. Did we record on Monday last week? I don't know.
It's been a really long week.
I know. It has been. It's been a lot going on. Busy summer, and it's only getting busier.
When are you going to the... Well, we recorded from our homes last time.
That's one of the things. That's why it feels like it's been longer since we've been in here.
Person.
Yeah.
When are you going to the National?
Well, the National is not till the end of August or end of July.
End of July.
And then 2 weeks before that, 2 weeks from now, basically, is Fanatics Fest.
Which, are you excited to go to the Fanatics Fest or the National better?
I'm excited to go to both. Here's my thing. If big crowds are not your thing, Fanatics Fest is going to be scary, I think, for people who are not good with big crowds. Because, I mean, that's exactly, we'll talk about that All-Stars charity thing too as well. But that is going to be the most packed show because it's already packed. It's already just filled with people in the main areas. Now, granted, on the peripheral edges, there's like a little more space for breathing room. But man, I can only imagine with the World Cup going on, they're going to be doing soccer interviews and all that kind of stuff at Fanatics Fest. And I know they've got more like celebrity talent there than years past.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot.
The wrestlers always show up for Fanatics Fest.
Well, and I know, the wrestlers, that WWE is one of the most like fanatical parts of the show. But the fact that they got like LeBron and a few other big athletes coming, I think that's going to also affect it. But the YouTubers, man, they get crazy, just fan rushes. And I think on the downstairs part, there's supposed to be there's a breaking facility. It's a section where they want to try and educate new people to card breaks and just cards in general. And they've got
I wonder what that activation would look like to it. Because if I'm just a person that knows about, I'm not going to Fanatics Fest to know about cards, right? Like, that's not like the purpose of Fanatics Fest.
Sure. But I think if you're there, you're like, oh, well, I'm here for athletes or maybe, and I think part of it is, it's definitely for cards. It's definitely for cards, but not for everybody for cards, right? So it's also for just people, fans of the athletes, sports,
fanatics, fan
exactly.
experience.
It's the Comic-Con of athleticism, and of course, there's still some non-sports stuff worked in there in some places, but not a ton. If
Are you going to be doing anything with Fanatics or any activation?
SCN's supposed to do a breaking combine thing, like an educational thing, and I told them I would help out with that. Granted, I'm kind of like have beef with one of the SCN guys right now, so I think it's still happening. I mean, I'm sure we're adult enough to work this thing out, but at this point,
it sounds like
I am going
to be more adult enough to work this.
Hey, I'm trying to be. I'm sure I could be more adult. That's fair, but I'm supposed to dress up as Buzz and give out cards and like educate kids because I think it's a lot for kids too, and they'll be getting a lot of free stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that'll be fun. But yeah, so July is already great. This week, I am breaking one of the reasons why we're doing this early today, 8:00, is because I need to go do some breaks. I've got Disney Chrome that we got my last 2 cases. I'm doing that today. By the time you're hearing this, it'll be done. Tuesday is my last case of Masterwork, Star Wars Masterwork. And then Wednesday is the big Marvel release day. And that's going to take up the entire day.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then, so
why are you doing them all back to back to back?
I mean, people have already bought into some of the Disney ones. And it was just like, well, I've been really wanting, honestly, the Star Wars Masterwork is more because if I don't rip this thing, I'm going to rip it myself. Like, I want to open it. I keep seeing like so many clips.
Supply.
Yeah. I keep seeing so many clips of like people playing like these sketch booklets and all these like really cool cards. I'm like, I really want to open this. And I know that's probably not the best financial decision, even though who knows, maybe there's something big in there. But at the same time, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm already in break mode. So might as well just hit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then my thinking is more than likely something in Marvel or something else is probably going to need to be pushed to Friday. So we'll see.
You're going to be all right?
Thank you for asking.
Is your family going to be all right?
They'll be well. Sam helps me. She is like my go-to side breaker who just doesn't want to be on camera ever, but she's always
Someone
there.
like to call
Sports Lady. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Sports Lady is a hero of mine. My beautiful hero, and Sports Girl is going to also be home, just getting stuff ready. She uses the Haystack thing. I talk about this all the time, but Haystack is like seriously the best tool I have for doing auctions of any kind, just because even if I'm not going to eBay, I'm still using it to take pictures of cards just because it does like the lighting so well and there's no glare on it. So it is a perfect thing. And I saw they've now got it where you can buy them. For the longest time, I think you could like subscribe to the service, but I don't think you could actually get the little, the little camera box thing. But now you can get that as well. I have her, we've got one of the, I hate to say this, it may be one of the last few regular Sunday night auctions with Funkel, just because we had always said we were going to do this up until the National. And the National has kind of been up until Fanatics Fest, really, because I've got that.
One of the same kind of.
So now that's only really like 2 weeks, 2 more Sundays or so.
So you guys are going to be done?
I don't want to say done, but it may just not be as frequent. And I'll try and still maintain like some regularity to the Sunday night eBay live shows, just because it is a really cool place to just hang out with, the community that we're building here.
Yeah, maybe I can rip some Pokemon on there.
Dude, please. Yeah. Honestly. But and I've still got a bunch of singles of my own that I want to auction off, so we can do that. But so Charlie, my daughter, Sports Girl, will be doing all the Haystack stuff today, and then that goes up. And
so easy that a child can use it. Just think about that.
She's a little mature,
well,
to be fair.
I mean, she's still a kid.
Yeah, but honestly, she just goes and grabs the iPhone, she puts it on top, and she just goes to the app and she clicks the picture as soon as it looks good. I tell her, like, just make sure it looks good. And I've apparently needed no other explanation other than make it look good. And
she's good to go.
Yeah. So
how were you doing it before you used the Haystack?
How did I do it?
Like you were just, because I can imagine
I would take a picture with my phone.
But it would always be like glary and
a little glare. Never looked as good. There was not as it was never uniform either. Like there'd be one photo in this spot and then another photo in another spot because I'd like move or I'd get up and do something else. And
the time that you would take beforehand compared to the time that you take now to take pictures with a haystack machine?
I'd
what's
say,
the difference?
Not even like less than a quarter, maybe a fifth of the time, a tenth of the time. I don't know. There was so much more time just because I would get distracted and I would get like, oh man, I don't want to do this. So I'd procrastinate because I know it's going to take so long. Time. And now this becomes like, basically it's just a smooth machine. I just, picture goes in.
Guys,
goes
if
out.
You're listening to this, and I know that if you take a lot of pictures for anything that the sports cars related, get you a haystack machine, especially now that you don't have to subscribe to the service.
Yeah.
You can just buy the contraption.
Though
the device.
The service is also the other part that saves because you just once the picture goes in, it's like all the AI basically tells you what the card is.
Get the whole thing.
Then I don't have to do the whole thing. I mean, here's the thing: is this a plug? Yes, but it's only a plug because
it's naturally
100% would use it. I would plug it even if they were not.
We were plugging it even before.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, anyways, so yeah, that brakes and everything are happening. But here's the thing: brakes are cool. That's great. But if you're not into brakes, singles are cool. That's cool. But the cards themselves are cool.
You're cool.
You're cool. You are cool. Even though it's hot here in Nashville, we got a heat wave on our hands.
Listen, ADHD boy.
I know.
Let's get focused. Reel it
in a little bit. What are you doing? Thank you.
In the morning, I'm great.
Do you take meds at all?
I don't take any medicine.
Really? Well, it shows. But right now, you're doing great. But yeah, the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of really cool cards in a number of these sets and some other ones I wanted to talk about. In fact, let's do this. Let's hit Marvel Chrome real quick. Since that comes out on Wednesday, that's going to be the big release this week.
Clawed.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool inserts. I want to hit just like the things I like the most because there's a lot in this product.
You have a list?
I do. Yeah, I have a list.
These are 10 things Jesse Gibson likes about Topps Chrome Marvel.
So thank you, Ray, with that wonderful intro. The first thing I want to talk about,
the voice of an angel.
Yeah, she's a liar. No, she's right. The cordially invited insert is something that Topps Pop, the Instagram account, put out today, or I guess 16 hours ago. They are finally showing what these cards look like because I didn't know
what is it called?
So it's called cordially invited.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, what does this mean? Because when you look at the checklist, there's only 5 different cards.
Ooh.
And here are the people that are on there. Kevin Feige, which if you're familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you know the name. Aaron Judge, baseball, Yankees, thank you. Seth Meyers.
Oh,
what is that? Judge. The Late Show? Is the Late Show Seth Meyers? Is that tonight?
I don't watch it.
It's one of them. It's one of the shows, but obviously SNL alum. But he's also like, he must be friends with Mahan or something because he has been talking so much about cards and Topps cards specifically. There's got to be a connection there.
Who is this again?
Seth Meyers.
Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
With the Late Show or whatever.
He's the host. But
we need to have a late show for us.
Dude.
Have you thought about this?
You're doing my thing.
Oh,
all
okay.
right.
All right.
But you're right. You're not wrong though.
Late Show with
Pete Alonso and then Steve Aoki. So Kevin Feige, Aaron Judge, Seth Meyers, Pete Alonso, Steve Aoki. Those are the 5 on the cordially invited cards. They showed one finally on the Topps Pop account. If you go and look, it is basically a animated comic book version of these people. But they've been doing the same thing even longer with sports cards and non-sports cards. They've been trying to incorporate non-sports into those sports cards, right? We've seen that with, just recently they're incorporating Minions characters into some of the basketball and MLB releases. They've been doing this with, celebrities signing in those cards, in those sets as well. This is now, I would say maybe like the second thing I can think of in more recent memory because they had like the MLB inserts in the Disney Chrome products last year and now this year. Now they're doing it where they're incorporating some MLB stars. I guess Pete Alonso and Aaron Judge are the only 2 athletes. Yeah, so MLB stars into Marvel by having their comic book characters and signing in this. So there are autographs to go with them. I think it's a smart move on Topps' part to, because that's the move, right? It's
Get more
to try
people
and get,
into
trying to get both sides, the non-sporters and the sporters, to collect very similar things, to get them to buy more products. Overall, if you like it, go after it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. That's pretty easy math to me. In this case, the Cordially Invited, after I saw what it looks like, it is pretty cool. I will say I like the idea behind it. At least it's not like just them playing baseball or something where it's like, why would I care? It's just like an animated image of them. I'm not going to go after it personally.
Was from a comic book though, right?
No, it's not. It's a comic book animation. It's comic book style animation.
But I think that,
look, here's the image right there. So it's not from a comic book.
Comic book?
What comic
like go
book?
back.
Is he from a comic book?
No, I'm saying like I
what's
think he
the
was
first thing?
part of a comic book. So like he was cordially invited into this comic book.
Oh.
And so that's why they're using those people, because they were in a Marvel comic book.
Well, slap me silly and spank my bottom. What in the world are we talking about? I did not realize that. I did not know. Okay, so yeah, you're absolutely right. Looking at the first page, if I looked at that more.
Because you think of the
Captain
image
America.
that they used.
Yeah.
Or Aaron Judge is like, well, why couldn't they just use it better? Like, that's a terrible
They used
photo.
it from a comic book series.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently they incorporated. That is very interesting. So, but that begs the question: was Seth Meyers like in a
I'm
comic
sure.
book?
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
He must have been at this point. Well, there you go. That makes sense where they're getting these artistic pictures. It makes me actually like it a little bit more.
Oh,
I
no,
just
it
thought
makes
it was
me
like
really like it.
Yeah, I thought it was just like just an animated version of them that they're just incorporating into this. All right. Well, there you go. That's your first insert. I didn't think it was for me. Now I'm leaning more towards yes. But that's in my break, and I think probably in some others. Actually, if you're buying on Whatnot, they probably just have every individual person listed, and they'll probably have like 350 spots in a auction, and you're going to pay triple the price of what you would have if you just went and bought the spot in another break. But that being said,
I like how aren't you going to be on
there's
Whatnot?
a possible, yeah. I'm not saying we have to do it the exact same style as some of the other people that do. 350 spots in a break is just ridiculous. Anyways, that is a cool insert. Claude Chromes are back. We know that. We haven't seen what they'll actually look like in person, because the black outline makes me question if I like it as much as last year. If you've seen any image, there's like a black outline along the edge of the claw mark that, I don't know. The last one was kind of jagged, and it gave a cooler vibe to me. So we'll see if that black outline is actually on the card or if that's just for the pictures themselves. The comic excerpts, Spider-Man comic excerpts are pretty cool looking.
Those are my favorite.
Those are really cool because you get actual pieces of comic book into the card, and they're all dedicated to Spider-Man. I think that'll be a huge chase.
Did you see the new Spider-Man trailer?
I did, and it looks really good.
Are you familiar with the whole Spider-Man lore? Did you
like what? I don't know what that
means.
Him
turning into
back
a
from
spider.
I remember from the animated series. Mm-hmm. Yes, that's
the 90s animated series is the closest to the main comic book canon, because a lot of the it was kind of like the comic would come out with a new storyline, and like the next season they would implement that storyline into the.
Got you. Oh, well, that's awesome, because I watched that show pretty religiously as a kid. I loved that animated Spider-Man from the 90s.
I went back. I tried to go back and watch it. It's a little rough.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've found that with a lot of things, though. Yeah. It's sometimes it's best to leave childhood in its childhood, but not always. Some things still hold up. The comic expert, I don't like it because I can't say it. No, I do think that's a really cool card, but I think there's probably a lot of people who are going to include that with the Spider-Man spot if you buy into a break. So if you're not looking to pay a ton of money for the Spider-Man spot, you probably just want to wait till those start hitting eBay, even though I'm guessing especially the first few are going to be very expensive.
Isn't the Spider-Man spot one of the most expensive spots in general?
Yes. Yeah.
What would you say like the top three would be?
This year it's Spider-Man, Wolverine, Doctor Doom, and Iron Man is in there a lot. It depends. So This year, and this is another insert to talk about, are the reflections, which they're always one of the biggest chases. Iron Man has a reflection. You've got Carnage / Venom that have a reflection. X-23 who has a reflection. Hulk who has a reflection. And I believe there's also, I feel like there's one more that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head at least. But anyways, all of those characters you're paying like a premium because those are very sought after cards and they typically come with that spot. But yeah, Spider-Man is, I think, the most expensive in almost all the breaks that I've seen. But he's also very cool, right?
Would
he's
Venom
like
also be included in that Spider-Man spot?
No, Venom.
Like a
lot of people
separate-
I've noticed a lot of people have been selling like Venom and Carnage together, which I get because it's like, well, if you get that reflection card, you don't have to worry about doing like a 50-50 random, or you don't have to like.
Is there any other Carnage cards besides that reflections card?
Carnage and Venom both have their own individual spots in the break. So I actually listed them separately. I did every other reflection card I put together with their, X-23 is with the Sentinel. But except for this one, just because Carnage is a big spot and Venom is a big spot. And when you put them together, it just becomes a very expensive spot. And I'm just like, I mean, you're not going to pull one every case, I'm guessing. And if you did happen to pull one, I would stink to have to do a 50-50. But a lot of times the guys will just agree to like, hey, let's just send it off and we'll split the proceeds if we want to sell it, or someone will buy the other person out.
So is the Carnage spot cheaper than the Venom spot usually?
Yes.
So
typically, even though I pulled one Carnage a couple years back.
Okay.
I don't like to brag.
But I was saying,
that.
like, if you want to get in the game and hopefully getting that reflections, card, getting game a little cheaper for the Carnage spot.
And then hope for that.
And hope for the
your
odds are a little bit better.
I purposely kept it kind of close in price because I was like that. If it was a big disparity, I would have just definitely put them together. But they're kind of similar in price. They're very popular characters, both of them. So I did separate them out. But the reflection spots are very cool, very unique art. The next one is the Beyond insert that is coming in this. It's cool. I like it. I don't know. I think I need to see it in person. I think this is definitely one of those where once I see it in person, it will set in if this is like a really cool card to me or not. It's basically just highlighting each of the characters that are in the checklist for these spots. So you've got like Thor, you've got Death included in there.
Death.
I know it's a Marvel character. She-Hulk, Silver Surfer, Captain Marvel. Those are just a few of them. They are cool. I don't know if it's like the biggest selling insert in my mind, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people going after them just because they're also very short print. There'll be big hits if you pull one. Let me see, the Beyond excerpts. So two other ones. Varied Visage.
What is that?
And I really hope I'm not butchering that name. I think that's how you pronounce it. Varied Visage is done by Bella Rachlin, I believe, or Racklin.
Okay.
Bella Racklin. Let's go with that. She is a Marvel comic book artist.
Okay.
And she designed these cards. They look really cool. The artwork on these.
I'm watching.
You see this?
Yeah, they look great.
They look really cool. Different, unique art style. Something we have not yet seen on any of these Chrome cards. And this is one of these big points to point out as far as like some people, especially sports card collectors, will be like, "Oh, what's the point? It's just the same card every year, just a slightly different position or something like that."
Isn't that the same for baseball and what are we doing here?
That argument
it's
can
the
be
same
made.
guy shooting the ball every year.
But that is where I think Topps can really stand out, is if they continue to give us different styles of artwork, different artists. And in this case, Marvel artists. Now, granted, there is another product coming out later this year, I believe, where it is all Marvel artist artwork, like the whole set is. Now, this is an insert,
like specifically for the product.
Yes, yeah, exactly. But this is unique in the sense that it is done by a Marvel artist, but it's just this insert, not the entire set. But I will say the artwork on these, I love. I think these are going to be very popular. I don't know if I love the VV at the bottom, the varied visage at the little logo for it at the bottom of the card.
I mean, it is an insert. I mean,
I know. I think it would look cooler if they got rid of that VV. Like, get rid of that, make it smaller, something like that. But other than that, the card like samples that they've shown, Gambit, it looks amazing. Rogue looks crazy cool.
Yeah.
Magneto, yeah, they're all just very, very cool versions of those cards. And then the last one that I have yet to actually see any images of, and I feel like they've been holding it back because it's probably really cool. So Disney Chrome did Art of Disney, which is it's kind of like similar to the Reflections style, where it's a original take on these characters. Like, this is not like a cut from a movie. This is something that somebody drew up and put on the card. I feel like that's what these Topps original inserts are going to be. We, again, have not seen them yet. If it's original artwork, it's already going to be popular because there's a lot of people who want original Marvel artwork, not something that they can just find on another like Upper Deck card set from the past. This hopefully will be very cool, but I haven't seen it. I can't tell you for sure. I just know that the Topps originals are for 10 different characters: Black Cat, Green Goblin, Dark Hawk, Iron Man, Ghost Rider, Venom, Captain America, Cable, Nightcrawler, and Apocalypse.
Nice.
They have the actual artist names that created these original pieces. I hate to say, I'm not like super familiar with all the Marvel artists out there. The fact that you've got cut autos in here from Stan Lee and is it Ditko? Oh man. Yeah, Ditko.
The other guy?
Steve Ditko. Yeah. So Stan Lee, Steve Ditko have cut autos under the one and only. There's also other one and onlys in here. Again, kind of similar to what they did with Disney this year, where they've got Sam Wilson, Morbius, Mighty Thor, Kang, Union Jack. Not the biggest lineup of characters, but they have one and only. So there's only going to be one card of them. If you find it, that's a very nice hit. So anyways, those are just a few of the inserts that I think are going to be very big. There's other ones in there, the Topps Patrimony. I think those will probably be cool. I know that in the past they've been pretty popular. Astonishing, Golden Anniversaries. A lot of cards in this product. And that kind of leads me to my last point. Similar to Disney Chrome is an 8-box case. And we already know from a past episode where we kind of broke down some of the analytics, there's a lot of cards in here. There's a lot more than last year. I think it's like, what do we say? Like 150% more cards overall. The good news is that in the hobby boxes, it did increase, but not as drastically. They have drastically increased the sketches and the autographs. Those autographs are going to be both your comic book artist autographs and your character facsimile autographs. So you hopefully will pull a hit more frequently, even though there's more cards, because those sketches and those autographs increased much more than the total product card count did. I'm just leery after Disney Chrome because we've been experiencing, we just haven't found as much hits in the hobby boxes as what we were hoping to find. I am very curious what the blasters and megas are.
The retail.
If they're loaded like the Disney ones have been, even though personally, I know everybody says, they're loaded. Like there's, I even wrote this down. A guy named James, listener.
James.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a good guy. He messaged me, and I'm just using him as an example because I've literally gotten tons of these messages either while I'm live breaking or people just DMing, and they're like, out of 4 blasters, he and his wife pulled a Bell out of 25 and a Mulan out of 28 autos, both of them autographs.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
I have yet to do anything like that. I've bought quite a few of them now.
I haven't seen them retail like on store shelves.
It's hard. It's because
unless
Best Buy has
buying them up, or
Best Buy has them.
I thought I would have seen them by now.
I have not found any at our Best Buy or at our Target. I have continued to look, but if you go online, you can typically buy them off of the online sites.
Yeah, but
only like 2 at a time.
Get them in person.
I do. I absolutely do. And here's my other thinking. if you say you went to your LCS or you went to, Best Buy or wherever, and you got a couple blasters, you go out to the car, you get home, you rip them, and you find an auto, go back and buy more from that exact same supply. And this is my thinking. Topps and their coalition is very much like, hey, if there's one in here, a lot of times there's another one somewhere else in there, maybe even multiple more. And that's kind of the vibe I've been getting from multiple people, where it's like, oh, I bought 5 boxes and 2 of them I had these big hits, and like these they got 4 and 2 of them. So it's like my thinking is go back to that same spot and see if you can't hit again, because it's just been a pattern I've been noticing.
For the Disney, just touching on the subject, we did a little Instagram post of the non-sports card. What is the Facebook group called?
Oh, the non-sports cards nonsense.
Non-sports cards by hobby nonsense.
Yep.
Where people, to your point, were pulling fire out of these megas and blasters.
Yes, yeah. I love that you put that together. By the way, that has been. I think a lot of people have not only seen it because we've seen the likes and the view counts and all that, but it's also just like highlighting, hey, there's some hits. Not just us saying it. These are the people who have been telling us, and here's some of those pictures. But
like so many of those, like Mickey Mouse, MLB, cards have been hit. Could you imagine,
dude? Yes, I can.
That's crazy.
I think about it because I keep buying them and not getting anything from them. So I imagine it quite a bit. I just haven't yet seen that image come through. I am very hopeful that Marvel will have more hits in the hobby, because it's like if you're loading these blasters as much as you're loading them, because almost every blaster has had a numbered card. By the way, I don't know if megas are better than blasters. Like,
I think blasters are,
unless X-Fractors somehow start becoming magically much more popular and resellable.
Yeah.
It's like the blasters have the wave refractors and the megas have the X-Fractor. Who cares? I just want the numbered or a sketch or an Art of Disney or a reflection. I want one of the bigger hits. I don't really care about the non-numbered or the more, bulk inserted cards in there. So if that's the case, I might as well just buy the $40 blaster, because almost all of those, not everyone, but almost all of those have had a numbered card. Granted, I think every mega I've opened has had a numbered card, but it doesn't matter if the numbered card's like out of $399 or $250. It's like, I don't really want that. I'll take what I can get.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather that than nothing, I guess, but it's still, if I'd rather pay $40 than $70. And that's my experience. I've heard some people say, no, megas are better, but again, until I pull something from any of them, because I think the best card I've pulled was a Dumbo variation, and it was out of a blaster. So there you go. That's my.
I need to get my hands on different ones and do a comparison.
I would actually. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I keep thinking, I'm going to do some content. I'm going to film some content of this, and I just get like, I'm like, no, because I've been burned too many times, and I should just do it.
Yeah, man, you never know.
I know, you're right. Because here's the thing: the one time I film it, it'll probably be something in it. Also, wanted to give a quick shout out. One other shout out to the All Stars card show.
Yeah,
we did.
How did they go?
We did the auction, the charity auction last night on eBay Live. Biggest turnout we've had. We had over 100 people in there. I think we are going to have over $4,000 to send over to the card show. And it all goes, again, I didn't realize this. So I knew they were getting product to the kids, because again, there's nothing that the kids or the families have to pay for once they're there. So they're not paying for the cards. They're not paying for food, because for the kids and their siblings, they kind of provide a lot of services for them. But they also have like basically a concierge, so to speak, for those families. And I think they have one for every family. That's why, like, I think he said there was like 30 families at the first one, just because they have somebody to help assist the family and or the kid that may have a disability of some kind. Because if this is the first time you're listening to the show and you haven't heard the past stuff, All Stars Card Show, they're in association with the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. They have been doing they've started doing a card show for kids with disabilities, both mental and physical. And it's such a cool cause. The kids are awesome. They've done a few videos where the kids are very excited, and we reposted a few of them. I couldn't be happier to know how excited these kids are, to know what the show is providing to them and their families, and to be able to provide something for that. Because last time it was all out of their own pocket. Now it's like, okay, if this is going to be an ongoing thing, which that's what they're going to do, they'll need more support for that. And so this is $4,000 of mine and a lot of people's money that they donated and or they bought cards that maybe they weren't necessarily looking to buy at the time, or maybe they paid a little bit more than what they were planning on. I'll tell you this much: those kids' sketches, some of those went for pretty good deals.
Oh yeah.
But every kid's sketch sold for a decent amount. I think almost all of them were $50 or more,
That's
which
great.
is nice. I was really hoping Caitlin Clark was going to show up. She didn't, that I know of. She may have been in the chat just watching, because one of the kids, I think her name was it Sam who did that one? Oh, now I'm blanking. Could have been somebody else, so I apologize. She did a Caitlin Clark sketch, and it was so good. It was very, very cool. And I think there was a few people who were trying to get their hands on that one. I think that one actually ended up selling for the most, but all the kids' sketches were fantastic. They were very, very cool. And the families and the kids were in the chat for a lot of them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Just kind of cheering it on and excited to see it. And I got a few messages afterward of people just saying, some of the show promoters were saying how the families have reached out to them, saying how excited and how happy and overjoyed they were to watch their kids watch their card get auctioned off. And honestly, I was just like, I think I might cry. Like I honestly, I was just I think
awesome.
I might. So anyways, it was a really fun show, and eBay Live, thank you for letting us be able to do it on there. And thank you to everybody who was involved. Funkle, especially.
Shout out to my boy Funkle.
Funkle, who provided almost literally all but a handful of cards. They were all his. And he definitely made the biggest donation to all this. I think little do people know, he got a lot of enjoyment out of it because he feels really good. So everybody else is a sucker because he and I and everybody else involved feel really good about what we did.
There you go.
Little do you know. All right. There you go. That was yesterday. Let's see. Upper Deck has some sets coming out that are pretty cool, but there's one in particular. So actually, before we talk about, though, you've got the information on Enemies of Gotham.
I do.
Let's talk about that in 1 second. 30th anniversary of Space Jam. They're doing this again.
Welcome to the Space
Jam. All right. Did you have the soundtrack? Thank you. Okay.
Bro, I still listen to the soundtrack.
Thank you. I literally played a song in a live the other day because I was like,
hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, hit him.
If you hit him,
You remember?
going straight to the hole. You ain't got no game. I'm taking you out the frame. Coming through like a train. Yes, I remember every song. There was a Salt and Pepper one. Of lot of R. Kelly.
I didn't say it.
I didn't say it. R. Kelly's name has become a cuss word, apparently. Yeah. No, there's a
Robert Kelly.
The Upper Deck product, the 30th anniversary product, it's interesting because it's a NASCAR product as well as like the basketball product. Michael Jordan does sign in this.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's in association with 2311. I think it's 23XI, but yeah, it's in association with the NASCAR firm. It will have a lot of NASCAR drivers in there. Of course, if you're not familiar, Michael Jordan basically owns one of the teams, and they are big into NASCAR right now. Jordan's big into NASCAR. That's a weird thing to say.
No, he's always been into racing.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
A lot of his sneakers were designed after like sports cars.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I did not know that. Well, this set will be available soon, I believe. Let me see. It's an e-pack, is my understanding. So if you guys are not familiar, this is, again, I've said this many times. We need to have like a whole segment
on
episode on e-pack because it is a really cool concept. They are digital cards, but you can get physical versions of them. But it will go out on as an e-pack July 2nd. So if you're interested, keep your eyes peeled for the Upper Deck 2026 2311 or 23XI Space Jam crossover set. That was the first thing I wanted to talk about. The other one was the other set, the Gotham villains.
So if you guys like Settlers of Catan, and I know both of us really do.
Actually, did you know I liked it? I do like it.
I mean, we're millennials. Everybody likes Settlers.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
It's like the gateway drug board game to get into different board games.
That's a good description.
Because a lot of people, that and Ticket to Ride. Have you ever played Ticket to Ride?
Okay, so I think I played it once, but I liked it a lot, but I've heard a lot of people really like that game. Yeah. Is it similar?
It's similar. Well, it's the train, Ticket to Ride. So Catan, Ticket to Ride, and of course you have some other tabletop games, but I'm really excited about this tabletop game. So if you like Settlers of Catan and you like Batman the Animated Series,
you're
really going to like this. Upper Deck is putting out a tabletop game called Enemies of Gotham City.
That is, first off, that's really cool that they're focusing it on the enemies, like the bad guys. I don't know. I can't think of a lot of games that do that, but I'm sure there are. I just can't think of them.
I mean, I don't know of any.
Yeah.
But this is going to focus on, of course, the enemies of Gotham City. There's going to be 12 playable characters that we all know that are beloved by all of us millennials from the Batman animated series. So these are the 12: Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, the Penguin, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Bane, Scarecrow, Clayface, Ra's al Ghul, Mad Hatter, and Red Claw. So those are the 12 playable characters with, in the future, they're going to have expansions, so you'll be able to play with more of these villains. But the whole point of the game is to get enough like villainous prestige. What do they call it? The
you said the name earlier. You look up the name because I found it interesting. You can't play as Batman or Robin or Batgirl because they're like kind of like the bad guys in this.
They're the ones trying to stop
You're trying to burn buildings. I think that's how you get the I'm
looking it up.
It's a word like credit. Infamy, yeah, yes.
That's how you're getting infamy points. Yeah, earn infamy by burning buildings, controlling Gotham City's districts, and fighting Batman. At the end of the final round, the villains accrue the most. Whoever accrues the most infamy at the end of the game will win the game. And the whole point is Batman is trying to get you into Arkham Asylum.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So, man, it looks super awesome. Of course, if you're a tabletopper.
Yeah. Is that their names?
I don't know. Just made it up.
Maybe TTers?
TTers? Hey, if you're a TTer,
my granny used to call that for when I had to go potty. And I go, TT. You go, TT? You're not,
I'm trying to understand like where the T
I don't know.
T came from.
I don't know. Did you not hear that? Is this the first time you're hearing TT referred for someone who has to urinate?
Yes.
Really?
So it's like PP.
Maybe it's a southern, because my granny from Texas would say TT.
So was it like, instead of saying PP?
Well, she would say TT and she would say shooey.
Shooey, I've heard, but like a fart.
Oh,
like,
really?
Or like you pooped your pants.
Like a
caca.
Oh,
you got a shooey.
Oh, really?
It's like shooey.
Well, yeah, shooey, but okay, interesting. So anyways.
Yes. So
these TTers.
Yes, the tabletoppers. If you're a tabletopper and you like Batman the Animated Series, Upper Deck is releasing some fire. They're getting a little bit like,
honestly, they're digging deep into the collector mentality too, and I appreciate that because this is something that it's not a card set, but it is something still. They've got the licensing to do things with DC. Might as well let's expand it to what other not what collectors and or just people who collect would enjoy, and I think this is one of those things.
I agree.
There's the other one, the Rush of Icor. I saw some posts about this. They had, I don't know if it was the main competition or part of the competition, because I know there was like $100,000 reward for Rush of Icor. I saw some guys won $2,000. I don't know if that was like, this is building up to the bigger championship, but the fact is, like, I just keep seeing like a lot of Rush of Icor people like, oh, I made this much money or something like that. I'm like, I remember when we talked about this a while back, and I was like, hey, maybe we should just enter, because I don't know how many people are playing this. And I'm thinking this more. I'm like,
you need to find how to play.
It's like, yeah, if we learn how to play, could we? But now that I've gotten into Lorcana, I really, really want to learn how to play.
We need to buy some battle decks or whatever, and we need to play.
Okay, I would do that for sure. I would absolutely do that.
The decks are already pre-built, and we'll just figure out how to play.
You know what that is? That's Patreon content right
That's
there.
right.
Just showing us playing the game, learning how to play. Maybe that'd probably be the boring part. Learning how to
Well,
play.
I think we can download an app to show us how to play.
I think that yes. Okay, that was my understanding. There's some kind of app associated with Lorcana to help you learn how the
so
mechanics.
From there we can figure out how to play. Do you ever play any other TCG?
No, never.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, in middle school, like I tried to learn Pokemon, like how to play Pokemon, and I'm sure like at the time I probably could have told you a couple of facts that would have made me sound like I knew what I was saying.
Playing Pokemon is really easy.
Is it? Well, that's my understanding is this is one of those where it's like easier to learn, but maybe harder to master type of things. No, for Lorcana.
Lorcana. Okay.
Sorry, yeah. So you did it again. Somebody reached out and they're like, is Ray saying Lorcana? Remember when last episode we talked about this? Anyways, you're fine. You're doing great.
Lorcana?
Lorcana.
Yes. That's what I said.
2 syllables, not 3. So anyway.
Lorcana. Okay.
It's like manga.
Manga.
It could be manga.
I think it is manga.
It's not manga. Okay. Oh, I'll go with that. Mango, I think is what it is.
Shout out to Chris Catan.
Nice reference. But yeah, the idea of Lorcana being a TCG that I could learn and anybody could learn, I'm okay with that. I would dedicate some time to that because now that I like the card, I like it as an investable set, but I also like the cards themselves. Like one of the eye to eye enchanteds is. I have to find it. I have to find it at a reasonable price because everything's like doubled in the last few weeks or month. And
wait for things to cool off a little bit.
Well, one of the things I've been thinking is I'm going to. So I've not only did I buy some cases of some of this product, I've also gotten some loose boxes. I think that's one of the first things I'm going to do on Whatnot is just do some pack sales of Lorcana.
I love that
because I don't see many people doing that, and I think it would also just be fun, anyways. To rip some.
When the first chapter came out, I did a lot of pack sales.
Oh, did you? Oh, I did too, actually. Well, on Fanatics, I did. I did it back in the day and then stopped. And I think that would be fun to.
Did you rip an Elsa at all?
No.
I did.
No, you didn't. Dude, I'm jealous. I ripped.
The guy paid $10 for the pack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did rip for myself a Maui.
That's good.
And it's at PSA as we speak. Nice. I dropped it off at the Tops conference in April. So I've got that, and I did pull 1 or 2 other enchanteds, but I don't think I ever pulled the Elsa. That was one that we were always chasing.
Yeah. But speaking of,
go ahead. Speak.
Lorcana. Speaking of Lorcana.
Yep.
Attack of the Vine.
Oh, dude. That thing is going crazy. Have you seen the release came out with what was it? The lore cast came out showing off some of the cards that are going to be in it.
The 2 Iconics.
The 2 Iconics were not what I think a lot of people were just assuming it was going to be Monsters Inc. and something else. Is it Winnie the Pooh was one, right?
Winnie the Pooh, Monsters Inc., Up, and Red.
Those weren't all Iconics, though.
No, are we saying what the Iconics are? The Iconics are going to be Lilo and Stitch, and Beauty and the Beast.
There you go. Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. So,
but these are giving floating head, movie poster vibes. I don't know if that was the intention. Does that make sense? Like, you know what a floating head movie poster?
I don't know. Actually, I'm trying to think of it.
This is a big subject in the movie sphere atmosphere.
Okay.
That every movie poster that's been ever released, especially recently, is a floating head movie poster. Back when we were, kids, the movie posters used to be so creative.
Yeah.
And now all of them are usually just floating heads, which the floating heads are the actors in the movie because they still have to sell the movie. So all the Star Wars, all the Marvels, any recent movie has basically all the actors in the movie because they're trying to sell the movie.
Okay. So it's
not like a creative.
Like I'm thinking like Star Wars when I think of like a creative scene where but it's all it was also all the actors.
Exactly.
Though. So what's a good one? Like Alien, like the original Alien, where it's just like the egg and it's like cracking open. So, okay. But So you're saying the difference here, because that's like a floating egg. It's not a floating head.
Well, it's like
it's
they're
not
not
the
using
actor.
movie posters as a form of art anymore.
Yeah.
It's more a form like an advertising trying to sell the movie.
I see.
So there's no creativity in movie posters anymore because all it is a floating head. So for instance, like just take the original Jurassic Park movie poster, which is the logo, right? But not all the recent Jurassic Park posters are all the actors in the movie.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. Yeah, you're right. That's interesting. I actually, now that I think about it, I bet you there's just variations, but they don't put the artistic ones out as much
as the official
it's not
movie
like the
poster.
leading poster.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm sure there are versions of those posters where it's like just the icon for the movie or whatever. But yeah, I like that. How did we start talking about that? Oh, because
we're talking about
the iconics.
Because the iconics look like a movie poster.
Because it's like the main characters out there, but don't we want to see the main characters more focused?
Well, I mean, in this case, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but in movie poster, like it depends, right?
I see.
Yeah.
That being said, I was looking at TCG Player on some of those iconics. There's not like the Mickey Mouse Brave Little Prince from Fabled is not currently available. Like they don't have any for sale on there. The Elsa Ice Maker foil, which is from it's a promo card. I don't know where to get it off the top of my head because I'm just now seeing this, but I think it's got the highest listing price currently, right at 5,000. The Buzz Lightyear Jungle Ranger is the next one, which we know that one's from Wilds Unknown. That one is still hovering around like 4,700 for a raw card. But yeah, those two are like the top listing cards at this very moment. I'm still so high on Fable, or on not just Fable, but on Lorcana in general. There's so many really cool, unique art pieces, and I think there's just more and more people catching on. Like I keep seeing reels and posts about, like they're trying to ruin our hobby, like for the OG Lorcana fans and stuff. But
I can see that for sure. Yeah.
But at the same time,
it's a double-edged sword, right?
Yeah.
Like, same with Pokemon. It's like the OGs. It's like, oh man, they're ruining the hobby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, do you want the hobby to grow?
Exactly.
So
it is a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword for sure. I just Googled the top 10 best movie posters of all time.
Okay.
You ready for this? Number 10, Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox coming out of the DeLorean with his watch.
Oh, I know it. I know it well.
American Beauty. You know that one?
Oh, with the
belly
flowers?
with the flower.
Wait, the belly. Oh, yes, the stomach. Yeah.
The stomach. Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, with the butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Or the moth.
Oh, moth. Yep. Thank you.
Jurassic Park, number 7. Just the logo. Number 6, Alien. Number 5, Vertigo. Never heard of it.
Wait, Vertigo? Yeah, that's the old
James
Hitchcock.
Stewart and
right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yes, Alfred Hitchcock masterpiece. Number 4, E.T.
Okay, yeah. Is it the one where
they're touching the finger?
Yep, the tips of their fingers.
Number 3, Star Wars, the original Star Wars poster.
Yes,
this one
where he's like the sword, lightsaber up in the air. Yeah, okay.
That's such Raiders of the Lost Ark. Number 2.
Yeah, I get why. That's a very artistic. That's a cool one. Okay.
And number 1, Jaws.
Here's the thing. I get all of these. Because it's like when I think of movie posters, I think of all of those. Those all pop in my head. Here, one that's really cool. Actually, I have a card of it sitting right next to me. The Tron, the original Tron.
Oh, so good.
That is such a cool image, and it's a really cool art. In fact, on one of the backgrounds when I do breaks, I created a few like background images. One is like of me in a basement, like it's just a shag carpet, wood paneled basement, and I put like actual posters on the walls of that basement.
Yeah, which posters did you put?
Back to the Future, Tron, and I think it was Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right, see, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Top 3. Can I give you some Pokemon releases or some Pokemon news?
Please.
So, okay, guys, I'm super excited about 2 of these things. Well, both of them really. So in Japan, they're getting mega starter decks. And you're probably listening to this and you're like, wait, Ray, you told us not to buy starter decks.
You said that, Ray.
I said it. I know I said it, but
I said
the cool things about these mega starter decks is you're getting 3, and each one is going to have a art rare exclusive promo for these starter decks.
And
That was one of the caveats to buying a starter deck. So 3 starter decks featuring Eevee.
Oh,
so you'll have
big.
an Eevee exclusive card.
Yep.
Sprigatito, excuse me.
Yes. Thank
and
you.
Meowscarada.
Of course. Those are the big ones. I don't know Meowscarada, but I feel like I know all the other ones.
So yeah. So starter decks, check them out. Just take a look at the Sprigatito card. Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like it. It looks very cool, very artistic.
Yeah, so those are going to be coming out in Japan, and something that's going to come out in China, which I'm a little worried about this.
Oh, what?
Because they're coming with a Chinese exclusive set that they're taking a little bit of Destined Rivals cards that weren't released in China, and they're going to put them in this set.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling it Chasing Glory Together set. Okay?
Okay.
The thing about this set is that not only you're going to be getting cards in this set, but you're going to be getting a Pokemon coin also in this pack.
Yeah.
And not only are these, we all know Pokemon coins, right? You get them in like promo blister packs, and you usually just throw them away.
Yeah. Do people chase those?
Well, they're going to have exclusive coins for this set.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have rarities to these coins.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
So
that's kind of cool.
You'll have 3 sets of coins. Some of them will just be your commons. Then you'll have your uncommons, and then you'll have your rares. So the rares are going to be gold coins, and it's like 1 in every 99.
Really
packs.
Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. So they're adding another level of collectability.
A collectability with these coins. And on top of the coins, you'll also be able to purchase a coin album binder thing that you can put your coins in there, and it's going to cost like $5, $5.60. It's got Mewtwo on it.
Mm-hmm.
Looks super cool. But I know everyone's saying, oh man, now we're going to start collecting coins.
Yeah.
People have started already collecting coins, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And so I just pulled up some recent sales and some coins that sold on eBay, and some of these prices are going to shock you.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Yeah. I'd love to hear this.
So, this coin recently sold on eBay for $1,065.
Mm-hmm.
It is an older coin. So 1999 Japanese coin. It was a promo, and it was graded in a PSA 10. So PSA are grading these coins.
Okay.
So that one just sold for over $1,000.
No way.
Yes.
$1,000.
$1,000. It is a 10 though. There is another coin that recently sold as a 2017 X and Y Premium Collection metal coin. It has Pikachu on it. Sold for $999. It did grade a PSA 10. So that's really cool. We have a CGC 25th anniversary metal coin that just got sold for $899.
Mm-hmm.
We have a 1999 Japanese promo fan club coin of Doduo that is in a 9 that recently sold for $568.
Dang, I had no idea that there was.
So there are people that are collecting and grading these coins, and some of these coins are rarer than others. Of course, you can get them at competitions.
Do you know where they're grading the coins? Is it like CGC?
CGC and PSA are grading the coins.
They are. Oh, they're both.
So this is one that I really like, and this is a coin that came out in 2005 at the championships, and it's a Pikachu Rockabilly coin.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so this one just sold in a PSA 10 for $499.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay.
So,
yeah,
this might open a bit of a floodgates if this collectability ends up coming to the States.
Yes.
And we are now going to get, hopefully not, but we'll get packs with exclusive coins. And not only are we going to be chasing the cards, but now we're going to be chasing the coins, and that will lead into grading a coin.
Yeah.
It's going to open a whole can of worms, in my opinion.
Okay. I'm very interested. I would like to see where that goes as far as like in the States, the collectability of that goes.
Mm-hmm.
I have new releases. We already talked about that. Big news. Oh, one of the Blez Bros, you sent this over to me.
Blez Bros.
So I don't think you knew who it was when you sent it to me, but you sent it to me because of what he was talking about. This is such a true fact, but someone finally put out a video saying this, and I couldn't agree more. If you go to a card show and you are there for sports cards, you know what you're expecting. Like, people are going to come up, they're trying to deal, they're trying to buy a card from you, sell a card. Most of the time, it is a financially driven motivation to go to those card shows for sports cards. But when it comes to Pokemon cards, what you see online, or if you've set up, you see for yourself, a lot of those people are there not just trying to buy or sell, they're also trying to trade. They want to get a card that they've been adding to their collection. It very much seems like Pokemon and just TCGers in general are much more avid about their collecting than they are about buying and selling. Mm-hmm. They're not trying to necessarily make a profit. I'm sure they all want to. And that if they are there to buy and sell, I'm not saying that they're not there also doing that, but in the much larger scheme, they're trying to add to their collection as opposed to trying to make a buck on their card collection. So I think that is just something I appreciated when it was pointed out, because I hadn't really thought about it, but it definitely happened way more at PokeFest than I'd seen at any other card that we went to. The card show in Nashville that we set up at, where it was all Pokemon, much more people coming up like willing to trade or needing this card for their collection or that card, willing to buy $2-3 cards. And there were still people transacting, but it was not the sole focus that it feels like when you go to a sports card show. So I just thought that was interesting to point out. If that's something other people have noticed as well, great. If I'm off base, let me know.
I don't think you're off. And I've been preaching this forever.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that Lorcana, is that it right? Lorcana will outpace Disney Chrome Topps cards, because I feel like the Topps Disney collector is more of the, I'm trying to flip, I'm trying to make a quick buck, I'm trying to use it more as an investment. And as the Lorcana collector is a collector.
Yeah.
They are playing the TCG. These are one-of-a-kind artworks. These are things that they just want to keep. They want to collect. They want to cherish. They want to look at it and be like, oh, man, I remember when I pulled this.
Yes.
It's such a great card. They're not trying to get the one of one or do all this. I mean, you're
put
still
it up
trying
on
to
auction.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's more of a hold it closer to the heart kind of situation than I want to pull it out of 5. I don't care who character it is.
Exactly.
I want to get the out of 5 so I can flip it.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, when people are doing these auctions on Whatnot, I feel like those are much more the ones that are just trying to make a buck, because they're looking for a random character. Now, to be fair, I'll go on there and it's like, well, yeah, I want to get a big hit and I may want to sell it. But if it's a character that I like or it's artwork that I like, it's like, oh, do I want to sell it or do I just want that card to keep it? So there's an aspect of it, but in large part, it's much more financially motivated when you're doing the auction, because if you really wanted the character or the card to collect, you would go buy that spot in an individual break.
Yeah.
Which the other part of that, though, is I don't even know if Whatnot does that very much. I don't know if there's many people on that platform just selling spots and breaks. I know I've seen it, but I just don't know if it's as widespread as the auctions are, because the auctions seem to be everywhere. But that it was actually interesting. Someone I was DMing with last night, they were asking me about breaks and do you break on Whatnot and where do you break? And we're going back and forth, and they were like, well, what if I wanted to like just buy those cards? Like, I don't know if I can be there live. Can I get it? Can I pre-bid on a spot, or can I go ahead and just like buy a spot or anything, as if that were a foreign concept? And I'm realizing, people who have not been off the Whatnot platform and been to Fanatics Live or to any other platform where they do breaks, they may not realize like, oh, that's how a lot of other people do their breaking. And that's how a lot of people started breaking, was selling individual spots as opposed to just auctioning a random spot. So I was like, oh yeah, you can just come and buy the spot. You don't have to be there. You can go watch the replay later. And it was just funny from that standpoint, because I'm just like, what are they talking about? Of course, that's how breaks work. And I wasn't thinking from their standpoint of, oh, oh, you were probably just used to getting a random character that you had no idea what you were going to get. So I just thought that was interesting. Like as far as the collector mentality and what they're expecting to get versus what platform they're on, those things can definitely be influenced depending on where you're doing your breaking and buying. So anyways, just wanted to bring that up. Last thing I think I've got on here, card restoration. So
Card restoration.
I talked about this over on the SCN pod where the Kurtz Card Care just got basically U.S. government has acknowledged, we know what's in this product. They've gotten their article from the U.S. government saying, this is approved. We're okay with this. There's no corrosive or cancer causing agents or anything like that. So that's cool that Kurtz Card Care is getting like a moment of validation. Like it's not something that is bad, I guess, for you or the environment or anything like that. Now,
was that ever a question?
There's always been the question of like, what's in the chemicals? What's in this product that you're putting on cards? Is it going to ruin the card in some way? And the comments were, we don't know what's in it. Well, now we do. Now the government knows. Now it's been, I guess, approved from them in some sense. And so now that I think is probably going to be a little bit
approved, like
not
what?
FDA approved. I don't know. They got their article, and do not press me on what all that means because I haven't done enough research.
I mean, dude, they're putting poison in foods now. Like
that's fair.
Yeah, what are we doing?
But to
Red
be
40 and everything that we drink.
But to be fair, this is the biggest issue was, is this going to affect the cards down the line? Is there going to be some negative effects that the potion of chemicals that are in this? And I think the majority of it is just water and maybe like some other solution.
Rubbing alcohol.
Maybe. I don't know myself, but
spritz of vanilla.
But a scented, that'd be nice.
Come on.
But then PSA would definitely know that you put it on there. So then you couldn't do it. But this is not to tie into Kurtz Card Care. I'm saying all this because I saw another video about card restoration in the Pokemon world that I am very much against, but apparently there's a lot of people who are okay with this. So these card restorers, some of them have access to the exact ink that Pokemon uses for like the blue backing of their cards. And those white edges that are causing your card not to get a 10, they're like, oh yeah, well, we're going to go ahead and make sure there's no white edges. We're going to use our little blue paint here. That's the exact same kind that they use at the manufacturer. And you'll never be able to tell.
But PSA would be able to tell.
Maybe. I mean, I would hope so. I would assume so.
You're painting the ink on. It's not being printed on.
The people that are using it are saying they can't tell. Or, well, they are making the claim that no one can tell the difference.
I
don't know. I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen it in person to be able to say, oh yeah, this is definitely painted versus not painted. But that is not okay to me.
No.
Restoration of a card is one thing.
You can't add or take away anything.
That's my thinking.
That should be the common. You cannot add to the card. You can't take away the card.
Okay, wait, hang on.
If you wanted to
take away though,
like if you wanted to cut the edges to where
I don't want to cut anything. What if there was like a little piece of fiber hanging on the edge of it? Can you just pull that off?
Well,
exactly.
That's true.
Exactly.
But like if you were to manipulate the card in any kind of way.
But manipulate has so many different.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. There's so much
slippery slope.
Of a gray area.
But I do think that restoration of a card is okay. In some,
like cleaning the card.
Yes. Is okay. If you wanted to flatten it out by putting it in a book or whatever, I'm okay with that. But to your point, taking away or adding things to a card,
you're painting on the card. Let's get real, guys.
Exactly. Like, if you're trimming a card, that's different than like a little fiber hanging off the side of it. Like
if you
need tools to do it, that's probably where you draw the line. If I can just do it with my hand, I don't know. Maybe that's okay. Maybe if I just use my finger to pull something off.
What about a cloth?
I think a cloth is, I mean, if I'm just cleaning it, right?
It's a tool.
I don't know. I think I'm okay with a cloth. A little Kurt care. Actually, what's funny is Kurt and I. So the
the Kurt?
Well, when I had talked about it on SCN. They made a post of it, and it did. I think it's like almost like 500,000 views or something. It did big numbers. Which also, side note, Ray over here with our first million view post. Thank you very much. Actually, he's about to be our first one to get 2 million view posts. That did you see that One Piece one is like 800 and something?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's close.
It's getting there.
But anyways,
also OP13 they're reprinting it and it's hitting stores here randomly.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I got 5 packs of OP13 at Walmart not too long ago.
Oh, damn.
Like last week.
Did you rip them?
No, are you kidding me?
Oh, okay.
The pack before the reprint was like $45 a pack.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, probably not. Don't rip it. But anyways, the idea was when that post went up, I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, you ever thought about sponsoring a podcast?" It was kind of like a joke in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also like, hey, if he says yes, sure, why not? But it was just like I wanted to say something because we've at least I'm pretty sure I thought we had chatted on WhatsApp before. But he says he hasn't chatted with me on WhatsApp, so maybe it wasn't him.
Maybe it was your Nigerian prince.
Could have been. Maybe very much so. But he sends voice messages on Instagram. So we were talking back and forth with voice. There is a thing about that with like, anyways, he would send a voice message. I would respond back. Just a super nice. Everybody says this about the guy. Like he's like down to earth, super nice, very friendly. And I couldn't agree more. Yeah, like just our conversation back and forth. It was just more of like a, hey, thanks for, he was appreciating me for putting up the post. And then I was just like saying, thank you for what he does. It was nothing too major, but it was a very, very good experience. I just want to give a shout out.
Sponsor the podcast?
I don't think he's looking to do that because I don't know if he doesn't know. He didn't even know about SCN. He hadn't heard about SCN, period, like the Facebook group or anything. And I'm like, well, he's probably not heard about Hobby Nonsense then. So
well, he did.
Don't know. Well, he has now. But that being the case, I didn't push it. I was just like, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you.
He does. Shout out to, what's his name, Kurt?
Kurt's Cart Care.
Shout out to you, Kurt.
Now he knows. All right. Well, let me see. Do we have anything? Just a couple record sales.
Did you see Toy Story yet?
I did.
What'd you think?
I saw Toy Story and Hoppers over the weekend. Finally,
Hoppers.
I did a little catching up. Yes.
Look at you catching up.
I still need to see Zootopia 2. I haven't seen that one yet.
It's good too.
Hoppers I liked it a lot. It was good. My daughter and I watched that one. It was, I like.
Who's your favorite character?
So here's the thing. What's the deal with Tom Lizard being so popular? Because like Tom Lizard he's one of the lizards. He was the main lizard, I guess, in the movie. He doesn't have like a ton of roles or anything, but like in Disney Chrome, he's a very popular card. Like people are chasing Tom Lizard
from Hoppers.
From Hoppers, and I'm just like, I didn't even know his name.
He just did like a.
I was literally watching the movie to see like where do they say Tom Lizard at any point. And it wasn't like because I had heard about the popularity of the card before I had seen the movie, so.
I think it's a meme too, somehow.
Oh, maybe that's what's causing it. But anyways, the movie was great. I thought it was very good. I mean, I liked the King.
George?
King
Or
George.
Henry?
Is it King Henry? I thought it was King George.
Oh, no.
King George Hoppers. Yeah, it was King George. I liked him. He's the voice. Oh, the guy from SNL. And I had his name moments ago. Bobby Moynihan.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Just like in general, he's very funny, and I'm glad to see because I was like, man, when he left SNL, I didn't know he was going to have much of a career because I hadn't seen him in much. But I'm glad he got that role. That's a very fun role. I think that it's hard not to like King George or King Henry.
Yeah.
No, it's King George. Dang it. You've King Inceptioned me. It's hard not to like King George just in the sense that he's just very kind and funny. The overall movie, I give it a 8 out of 10. 7.8 out of 10.
That's good.
That's high. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
good.
high.
Toy Story, saw that one. I would give it like a 7.4.
Not as high.
Not as high. But it was good. Don't get me wrong. And I think it's probably because Toy Story has a lot to live up to. Toy Story 1, Toy Story 3, for goodness sakes.
Toy Story 3 is one of the best movies ever made.
Thank you. Fantastic. I will say it still did a good job of pulling on the heartstrings because they really represent the pain of the child and, you feel for them, and like, I don't know, having a little girl myself and the main character being a little girl, and my daughter is like, she's homeschooled, she has friends, but I also like, as a parent and as a dad, I'm always concerned, like, does she have enough friends, like close friends?
Oh, wow. It really hit home to you.
And I'm just like, that's exactly what this little, and like thinking about it, I feel slightly emotional right now. Just thinking, like, I haven't really talked about it since my daughter and I went and saw it yesterday, but yeah, that was really good. And I really appreciate it. There were some other things where I'm just like, it is very Jesse focused, which I think that's great. But as a Buzz and Woody big fan, which they are very prominently in the movie as well, it just was like, I wanted to see more of them and hear them. And you saw them plenty, but I think this is probably the reason why I don't rate it as high.
It's focused more on the girls.
Well, well, that is part of it. But which, if you're a girl, more power to you. You're gonna love it. But that wasn't even it. The reason why I don't rate it as high, you can hear in their voices that they're older. They're not the same voices as they were. That, and I could tell. I started noticing it in 4.
Tim Allen has to like gear up to do the voice for Buzz now.
Oh, does he really?
Like, he can't just
come out and
do it. Like, he has to like
prepare. That's very interesting. Yeah, I could hear it in Tom Hanks. I could hear it in Buzz. I could hear it in Jesse. Like, all of those big characters, you can hear in their voice.
Well, the toys are getting older.
They are. Also. Well, and that was kind of like that was alluded to in the movie as well. And yeah, that kind of like took me out of it slightly.
Really?
Yeah, just a little bit, because it's like, I don't know, and I think part of it is too, like, I'm 39. I'll be 40 before the end of the year, and I just keep thinking, like, I'm getting older. Like, my shoulder hurts still from the fall. Well, I'm still working on that.
Granted, this man thinks he's like 23 years old.
Riding a scooter should not be a thing that you're not able to do after you're 30. I should be able to still ride a scooter up until, I don't know, I'm 50, 60, I don't know. But definitely still, as a man in my 30s, I should be able to ride a scooter without the fear of like, oh, I'm going to hurt myself.
And guess what?
But apparently I have to, because I'm hurting myself. But that said, it's just like, it reminded me of my own mortality. That's what Toy Story 5 did. Toy Story 5 reminded me that I'm getting older, that my family, my friends, all the childhood actors that I grew up with, everybody's gether older, and I hate it. So
yeah,
I think it's like one of those midlife crises things. I'll get over it soon enough. But other than that, solid movie.
Yeah, great movie. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Well, the fact that it addressed the screen kids, because
the iPad kids.
And I know, here's the thing: as a parent, I'm not out there trying to call you other parents out. There were times where we would use screen. Granted, my daughter's 12. These
she have
days,
a phone?
No, she doesn't. And
are you actually, like, battling with the fact of like getting her a phone or not getting her a phone?
She actually doesn't want a phone.
Really?
I think it's.
Does she have a iPad that can communicate?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
She's got an iPad. She doesn't have like any messaging. Well, she's got Kids Messenger. So there's a version of messaging that she has. Mm-hmm. We do, very much watch, and there are screen limits, even though every parent says there's screen limits. But as soon as that we see, oh, it's pacifying them. Oh, I can go watch my show and they're fine with that. Then you start getting a bunch looser on the screen limits. And that's 100% like a lot of the theme in the movie. And I'm like, oh boy, this is hitting very close to home, because kids don't play with toys. It is a thing. Kids aren't playing with toys as much. They're locked into their technology. The more I'm talking about it, maybe I rate Toy Story like a 9. I don't know. It's like I'm talking
Looks
very
like
highly.
It's really hitting.
It hit home very, very much. But yeah, it is one of those where you see a kid and they're fussing and they're screaming, and you put a tablet in front of them and they calm down, and it's like, how do you not do it, right? But at the same time, I think it is creating a generation that is going to find it very difficult to make real friends, or at least the kind of friends that you probably want your kids to have. So that's my opinion, with a lot of caveats, because there's times where every kid needs like something to soothe them, and maybe like they have their favorite Miss Rachel or whatever video that helps to calm them down. And yeah, okay, use the tools at your disposal. But at the same time, if the kid is literally just free reign, if you're you can't go to a restaurant without them having a tablet. You can't do anything without them having a tablet or a screen in front of them. I think that's where you start getting into issues, in my opinion. But I'm not here to parent.
Sounds like you are.
I'm not here to backseat parent here. This is my personal viewpoint.
Sounds like you're backseat parenting a little bit.
As a parent, it is, dude. It's a sketchy place sometimes because you don't want to step on other people. I as a podcaster, as someone whose voice goes out to thousands of people. I was a leash kid.
You were a leash kid?
Yeah, I was. And there's many fun stories apparently of my mom putting.
You're like an early leash kid.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She said I was like I would describe it as a psycho kid, in the sense that she would put the leash on me and I would just we'd go to the mall or something back when people went to malls.
Always seeking attention.
I would just go run till I hit the end of that leash and I would just jump in the air and I would just let my body just get pulled back. And apparently I was just a psycho on the leash, but at least it kept me within distance. Charlie, my daughter, my daughter was a leash kid for a very short period. I think we
put your kid on a leash.
I think we used it maybe a few times. I think more parents should use leashes. Okay.
Wow.
Dude, don't even. Until you see some of these. There are kids out there where the parents are busy, they're doing whatever, and the kids get to do whatever they want. They go run, they go scream, they go hit things, and they're just in other people's business. It's put a leash on your kid, and that's a joke, right? But it's also, you could do it. I mean, you could what
was the reasoning you put a leash on your kid?
Because we were in a crowd with a lot of people, and
were you
she
in
wanted to walk around.
Park?
No, it was probably I think we were at maybe a convention or something like that. And it was just we are at a place where there's a ton of people. We want her to be able to walk around and have some freedom. And we especially she's
as long as
she's 5'11" as a 12-year-old. We stopped holding her at 4 because she's getting so big,
Okay.
So it's all
right. You put a leash on her at 5'11". No. What are we doing?
No, I'm saying, so at 4 or 5, it's okay, we can hold her a little bit, but you can't hold her all day like you can some kids. So it's all right, well, she needs to be able to walk around. And eventually we're just well, yes, we want her to have freedom, but within limits. And that's what all parents should do. Every kid needs limits. They love it. They crave it. They want limits.
Who? The kids?
The kids do, whether they know it or not. They need
that leash.
Not only do they need it, but they want it.
They want that leash.
There's a real connection there. But all that being said, yes, we did use it for a short period. She had no problems with it. I think we only, like I said, we used it maybe a handful of times and then we stopped. But it was good. She didn't complain. I didn't complain. So. What?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm getting looks.
I'm just, I'm still in awe that you were a leash kid. Not only a leash kid, but a bad leash kid. Taking advantage of this leash.
Listen, you give me a leash, I'm going to do what I got to do with it. I'm going to enjoy my leash time.
How long did this leash go on with you?
Are you telling me that well-trained dogs and that use leashes, they don't need a leash after a while. You can just take them off the leash because they've learned the limits of what they should and shouldn't do. I'm not saying a child is the same as a dog exactly, but I'm saying the reasons why we use it are similar. Know your boundaries. At least, that's a thing. Some people don't necessarily want. I feel so old talking. Now that I'm saying it, I want to stop talking about it altogether. I feel old, like I'm judging other people. I'm not judging anybody else. This is just what we use. I have no other card content to talk about.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's your show.
That is your show. Anne Hathaway's in Disney Chrome.
What's the deal with that?
She's just, I think they added her for Wave 2. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. She may have been there the whole time. Out? Yeah, that's the cases I'm breaking. It's Wave 2 product. It basically, my opinion is I think they probably added a few bonus cards, or maybe they just added some extra boxes that have some bonus cards in them.
A little DLC
to help with the idea that, these cases they don't have as many hits as they should have. That's a lot of, many people's opinions are the cases of hobby Disney have not had as many hits as they were expecting. So I think in the wave 2, they added some in some of the, because I saw one box from Filth Bomb. Seriously, I kid you not. This is one box. And let me see if I can remember everything. They had 3 sketches, one box.
One box,
not a case. One box. 3 sketches, 2 reflections, an out of
Holy
50
crap.
Elsa Auto, a shadow box card.
Oof.
I think an Art of Disney. Oh man, there was 1 or 2 other really big hits in there, and I cannot think of all of them. But in the rest of the case, they had some, I think 1 or 2 Yukios as well. There was
yeah.
Oh yeah. I had 1 case that had 2 Yukios back in the first wave, but
one
never
case,
one case,
not one box.
Well, the Yukios I don't think came out of that box. It was in the rest of the case. But I think we've pulled now 3 sketches out of 13 cases. So the fact that they had 3 sketches in one box, I'm not gonna lie, I think we ended the stream pretty soon after watching that. Granted, it was already kind of time to end it, but
That's crazy.
it was a little demoralizing to see that happen. The overall product is interesting in the Anne Hathaway for Alice in Wonder. It's for Alice in Wonderland, if anybody was not aware. She was in the real life version. She was like the White Queen or something. She is got autos in the product, and that's not on the checklist anywhere. No one saw it until the second wave, but there has been an out of 5 that's been pulled. So yeah, we'll see. I've got 2 more cases that I'll be ripping today, in fact, in just a few hours. By the time you're hearing this, hopefully we'll know if I pulled any of them because I'll be posting them up online. But
there you go.
There you go.
Get your leashes ready.
What does that mean? How does that have any
I don't know.
connection?
I'm going to say it. Dude, okay, so I was just thinking of this thought when I mentioned DLC.
Yeah.
We all know that Grand Theft Auto 6 is releasing in November.
Okay, is this official?
Yes.
Is it official?
Pre-orders have already been sold. They're selling.
When did that start?
The 26th. I think the first day they sold like $4 billion worth of pre-orders.
No way.
Something crazy.
What?
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to go on with Grand Theft Auto like online.
Yeah.
But I know now Grand Theft Auto 5 online, like people have like their own life. And I know that
it's like Second Life.
Dude, it's going to be, and like people are going to there's going to be a way that people are going to make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah.
I think we need to be the first podcast in Grand Theft Auto 6 that people can listen to in some capacity.
In the thing? Is that a thing?
I think so. I think we
Here's
could
the
do
only
it.
thing. I don't think I can promote it just because it's not very it's very non-family friendly. I think
very
is
true.
The idea. And I'm not saying like anybody else, but I just think I don't want the hobby nonsense being like, oh yeah, that's the one after I got done like killing that cop. I went and listened to hobby nonsense.
If you don't listen to hobby nonsense in your car from running away from something you shouldn't have done.
Did I see this? I saw a reel about this, like where the game is going to feature real-time prison sentences. Is that real or is that just a joke?
I keep seeing things. I heard that the game is also going to like have real, like you have to put gas in your car.
Oh, really?
And like pay for the gas in your car by like,
I'm
like,
okay with that.
So like
I
you
like
can't
that.
like everything, every decision that you make is like, I can't go here because I'm not going to have enough gas in my car.
Is there a version? Can I like turn the settings to where it's like a version where
a gas-free version?
No, where I don't like, there's not like
murder?
People that walk the streets at night and
night walkers.
Night walkers. Thank you. And you know, machine gunning down.
When's the last time you played a Grand Theft Auto game?
Never.
Did you play the last one?
No, I've never.
You've never played all?
No. I wasn't allowed to growing up, and now as an adult, I'm like, well, I can't play this in front of my kid, and I barely play video games at all. I play Horizon. There's a couple of Horizon. It's basically about a girl 1,000 years in the future who's trying to save the world and all this stuff. It's a lot of fun. But
have you played Grand Theft Auto, or excuse me, Red Dead Redemption 2?
No. See, it's for a very similar reason.
Oh, it's so good.
I know that's the thing. I'm not gonna say it doesn't look fun. Like there's aspects of it that I'm like, yeah. I would like that game because I mean, back when I was a kid, I played all the games like I Call of Duty and Halo and all that stuff. And there were times where I'm like,
they're remaking Halo.
Why? Like, there's already like, what do you mean? Like,
they're
like a remaster?
Yes, the original.
Is that better though?
Looks fantastic.
I want to play the remaster. This is supposed to be an Ocarina of Time.
It's coming out.
that I would definitely want to play. But is it? My only question is like, is it just the exact same game, just cleaner looks?
I mean, it's built from the ground up, so the updated graphics.
You think there's
I'm sure they'll
more
change it somehow.
Tools or like
I
you
don't
can
know.
do? I hope so. If that's the case, I'm going to be really excited. Either way, I'll end up.
You'll end up buying it.
And I'm trying to think what else is going on with us. We've got the new logo that we've yet to actually put out. That's official.
Yep.
But we'll have some stuff for that. I do.
We'll have some merch. We'll have some.
It's a lot of fun. It's a fun
some
logo.
Mats.
Yeah, we got to get those mats.
We'll do
soon.
Well,
you know what?
You want to talk about your hot dog party?
Oh yeah. Well, it's just so Funkle and BJ Kroger, they like there's a little group chat that we've had. Just it's mainly talking about hot dogs. 9 times out of 10, we're somehow referencing hot dogs.
Have you seen Daddy Dogs' Instagram posts?
Dude, I just had some Daddy Dog the other day, and it was so crazy.
Did you see their video that they put out?
Ooh, don't clip that. That sounded like a weird sentence.
I'm just saying you need. I'll show you later. It is intense.
Daddy Dog is a local hot dog establishment here in Middle Tennessee. I got it like Ubered late one night in the last week or so. Dude, it's good. It is so good.
You ever been in the Madison Inglewood location?
That's where I got it.
Yeah,
Ubered from, but no, I haven't actually been.
It's pretty good.
Well, that's where you went with Funkle.
With Funkle.
every story with Funkle involves hot dogs. Anyways, BJ Kroger and Funkle are putting together this like little. It'll be like a fun little thing for all you listeners of Hobby Nonsense at the National because they're both going to be there as well. I'm trying to get Ray, but it sounds like it's not going to work out. However,
can I tell you something about the National? I have no desire to go to the National.
I can understand that. It's not a big Pokemon or non-sport show, even though those are definitely there. But it's not. That's not the main.
Yeah. So I just feel like I don't know. It's like
fish out of water.
Yeah, going to a place, seeing a bunch of middle-aged, terrible dads and DraftKings.
Why are they terrible dads?
DraftKings addicts.
I would say a lot of the dads are really good.
Midlife crisis.
There's probably
cosplaying as their favorite athlete is just not in my bag.
There's not as much cosplay either. That's more Fanatics Fest. I think you would actually have a lot more fun at Fanatics Fest.
For sure.
Than the National.
There'll be wrestlers there.
Exactly. But yeah, this is it's I could see that. That said, Funkle and BJ said, let's just do a glizzy giveaway to all the Hobby Nonsense listeners out there. So they're getting, I think he said like a few hundred hot dogs and literally a few hundred hot dogs and some waters, and they're just gonna give them to guys who listen to the show. I think it's gonna be
a hot dog eating contest.
TBD. We'll see. That's not a terrible idea. And it could be terrible. There's already going to be a lot of sweat. Now you're going to smell like a sweaty hot dog.
You don't have to do it.
I know, but I'm just saying other people. I don't need that in the audience, right? You don't want to be smelling that everywhere. But you did come up with some really cool national 2026 national glizzy inspired Hobby Nonsense stickers that we've ordered, and we'll be giving those out. That'll be a lot of fun. More details, but I believe the idea is supposed to be Saturday of the National. I don't think we're going to have as many people that listen to the show at the National, but if you are there, you come and see us. And
tell them Saturday night.
You don't have
TBD. The details. Okay,
but it'll be lunch. I think it'll be like at the show.
At the show, just have lunchtime.
Yeah, and
hang out with the Hobby Nonsense crew.
The Funkles, the BJ, and minus Solar Ray. We'll have a picture of you. I think that's what we should do. Just have a picture of you that people can come up and
do
give
a cartoon version. Very poor sketch.
I want to do a real life, full figure, like head to toe, whatever. You 6 foot, something like a full 6 foot version.
Yeah.
And I want people to be able to stand beside it, get their picture with you.
Yeah,
cut out.
I love that.
Yeah,
as long as you don't put me on a leash.
Oh, you'll be on a leash.
No, sir.
You know how you like to wander.
You can't. I love to wander.
You love to wander. And you will not be wandering at the show. There's a lot of people at the show.
It's like, I'll see you later, Jesse.
Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people would try and take you? That's exact same thing I told my daughter. That's why you're on a leash right now, child. She didn't say that. She didn't ask me, but I knew you would. So, leash time. All right, that's the end of your show.
That's our show. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow us on Ols. We're almost at 10,000 followers on our Facebook page. Have you noticed this?
We just passed over 7 on Instagram. Yeah, we're almost at the 10 on there. We're almost at the 100,000 on the Non-Sports Cards Nonsense, Hobby Nonsense Facebook group. Yeah, everything's growing. Everything's big.
Growing,
all of our
baby.
listeners, like our listenership's growing. Thank you all. Thank you all. It's no doubt that we couldn't be here without you guys. So I say it and I mean it, and I'm very sincere about it. Thank you.
And I'm going on vacation next week. So we might have to do it remotely.
Okay.
And I like going on vacation because I like to, this is where like I kind
You
of
like to be off the leash.
Exactly. I like to collect all my thoughts.
Yes.
Kind of like,
oh, are you
hope
going
for
to
the-
come back and just be
dude,
like,
I'm going to be on fire. I got like so many ideas and I'm
you already
like,
are on fire. You've got so
like,
many
written
ideas
down.
down.
And
I'm
yeah,
excited. Oh man, I can't wait for you to come back from vacation. Where are you going? Florida?
Florida. I'll
What
be
part?
there. 30A.
Oh,
Is there any good shops in that area?
card shops? No, there's not.
Oh, that sucks.
BJ's down there right now, or he's coming back, and he was saying
He's
there's
going
really-
to Destin. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really anything around there. Which I guarantee somebody's going to open one now. Like we've talked about this
What's
so many times. It's so popular.
this one? PCB. That's Panama City Beach. That's close.
Yeah, it's about 30, 45 minutes. I guess maybe an hour, depending on where you're
Yeah.
at. But yeah. That's it. And we will see you guys next week. Until then, keep it hobby nonsense. That's not a thing. I can't say that. Keep it
glizzy.
keep it sleazy. No, keep it glizzy. That's right.
See y'all.
Bye.